Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. My friends at yarnspirations.com. Today is week number 3 of the study of Christmas Cookies Blanket. We're going to be moving on to rounds number 31 all the way to 43 today. And partially the way through this, you're going to notice is that the blanket will start off still continuing to be rounded, but then it will then get into the waves that is really quite desirable. So the first few, we're just concentrating on the circle, and then you'll see that it's going to change. You'll also notice that in the instructions is that I put a side note here on page number 5 on how to count the stitches in between things to make yourself a lot easier. So I never count the center stitch as a stitch, and it's just easier to count all the stitches in between the centers, and that's just my own thing. So whenever you see that, you'll see the notes for that as well. So let's begin round number 31. With the color F, in my case it's a green, and it is the guacamole, and we're going to create a slip knot to begin. And we're going to just slip stitch to any of the single crochets that you had. Okay, and we're just going to go in and just attach, and we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet into the same one. So this will be a growth round, so we need to get slightly bigger. And so now you're going to double crochet into the next 11. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So I've been going up over the straggler to hide that in. So now the repeat for the remaining of the round is the next one will have 2 double crochets in it, and the next one will, and then the next 11 will be 1 double crochet by itself. Please repeat that going all the way around for round number 31. At the end of the round, just slip stitch to the top of the beginning chain 3 to finish. We're going to keep this color going for round number 32 next. Round number 32, we're going to just chain up 3, will count as a double crochet, and then you're going to double crochet in the same one as a join. Before I get too far, you're just going to double crochet 12 in a row, but if you look at the first, see these are the same stitch. The first one of the ones that share the same stitch always gets the 2 in there. So even if I count out the 12 that you need to do, so it'll be 12 in a row. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And do you see it takes you to the first one of the group of 2 below? So then that's the one that gets 2 into there, and then the next 12 by itself. Please do this all the way around for round number 32. Coming up to the end of number 32, just double crocheting right to the end. Okay, so that would be the 12th one, and then you're just going to slip stitch to the top of the beginning chain 3. This is the end of this color. We're going to change to the color E as an elephant for round number 33 next. Round number 33. So I like to change the positions of where I start and stop so I don't end up with a slip stitch in the same spot. So I'll start 2 stitches early, and I'm just going to go around the back and attach this yarn on the back post, okay, with the slip stitch and chain 3. That'll count as a back post double crochet. So this whole concept going around is just a back post double crochet. So coming from the back, pushing it back to the back, and double crocheting around. So make sure that you get all of your stitches in. I talked in week number 2 about what happens if you accidentally miss any one of those. So use that same information of making sure you grab the entire post. Take your time. You don't have to count your stitches. Just apply one back post double crochet into each all the way around for round number 33. Once you get to the end of number 33, just slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3. This is the end of this color, and let's move on to color A in round number 34 next. With the color A, you can attach to any one of the back post double crochets, it doesn't matter. So I always just switch it out a little bit so I don't end up at the same spot. So I'm just going to attach with a slip stitch and then chain 1. And what we're going to do is a cluster V-stitch into the same stitch. So what this is, and we'll take it slowly, is in the same stitch, you are going to double crochet a 2 together. So you're just going to go in, pull through 2, and hold. And do that again. So yarn over and into the same, pull through 2, and hold. So you see that you have 3 loops on the hook. Pull through all 3. Chain 3. And in the same one that you just did that in, do that again. So yarn over and in, pull through 2, and hold. In, pull through 2, and hold. Once you see the 3 loops, pull through all 3. You're only going to skip 2 double crochet and do that again. So just skip 2, go to the 3rd. So start again. So yarn over and in, pull through 2, and hold. Yarn over and in, pull through 2, and hold. Yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 3, and do that again into the same one. So it's a V-stitch here. Just like that. So skip only 2 and continue to do that into the 3rd one away and do that all the way around for round number 34. Come all the way around, I'm just going to slip stitch to the top of the first part of the cluster. We're going to get rid of this color and we're going to start transitioning to a star next with the color G. In round number 35, we're now going to start transitioning to a star, and you'll see that it will happen here with the 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet to start creating a lift. The rest of this we'll pick up later on, but not in this round. So what I want you to remember is that you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 of them will have 3 single crochets in each, and then the 7th one is going to have the 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, and this will balance itself all the way around. Okay, so just remember that. Let's move on to number 35, and we'll begin that in a moment. Round number 35. So you can attach it to any one of these pieces here. The 1 stitch that'll be before it will be that finishing one. So when you go to attach, you're just going to do a standing single crochet, and that'll count as 1 single crochet out of 3. So you're going to just put 2 more single crochets in, and so then you have the number 3. So that's 1 out of 6 that are done. So then just start slamming in 3 single crochets into each one of these spaces. It's the chain 3 spaces of the cluster below. So now I got 3 done. 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so you should be able to count those out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 7th one away will be 3 double crochet, chain 1, and 3 double crochet. And that's going to be your repeat all the way around for this round. So the next 7 spaces, or sorry, the next 6 spaces will be the 3 double crochets, and then the 7th space will be this same thing you just did. Please do this all the way around for round number 35. Finishing up round number 35, if your counts are right, the last one is the 7th one away, so that you put in your star point there. So 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. And then once that's in, just slip stitch to the beginning, single crochet. This color is now over, and please get ready for the color C as in cat in round number 36. Round number 36, we're going to join with a standing single crochet to the chain 1 space that is in the point. Now, you can either count the stitches, but I don't think you need to, but you're just going to apply 1 single crochet in every stitch right into the stitch before the point. And then in the points, you're going to put in 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. If you don't believe that you're going to see that chain 1 there, don't be afraid to put in a stitch marker at the points. So there's 24 stitches, just in case people like to know that. It's written on the pattern as well. So I'll count 24 just to verify with you on camera. So we start with the first one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. And that takes you to the stitch right before the point. So in the points, then it's going to be 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. If you're not sure that you're going to be able to see that chain 1, just put a stitch marker in there. But I don't think you need to count it, but that's your call. Do this for round number 36. So I'm coming all the way to the end, and we're just going to single crochet into the same one as the beginning point, and we're going to do a single crochet join. So you're just going to go into the top of the first single crochet and then just make it a single crochet like this. So that single crochet is technically lying on its side and will be considered a chain 1 space. Let's move on to round number 37, keeping the same color. Round number 37. Chain up 1, and around the post that makes a single crochet, you are going to single crochet. Okay. And now we're going to start counting these out. So this round you're going to need to count. So you're going to now single crochet into the next 10 single crochets. So starting in the first one, and we'll do 10 together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Once your 10 are in, you're now going to single crochet, you're going to half double crochet into the next. So let's half double crochet next. The next one, you're going to double crochet. And finally, the next one, you are going to do a treble. Okay, the next one, you're going to do another treble. And now you're going to get smaller. So you're creating a faux point. So you're going to double into the next, and then a half into the next. And this should take you to the point where you're going to have 10 single crochets that will take you to the next point. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So in the chain 1 space, you are going to apply 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. So to recap, you're going to start again and you're going to put your 10 single crochets, then 1 half, 1 double, 2 trebles, 1 double, 1 half, and then 10 to take you back to the point. And then in your points, it's 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet, and this will create a new start point at the end of this round. Please do this for round number 37. Coming up on the final here, you're just going to single crochet around the same single crochet post that you did. Because we're getting rid of this color, we're going to chain 1 and slip stitch to the top of the first single crochet that you started with. We're moving on to the color D, as in dog, for round number 38 next. Round number 38, what we have to pay attention to the most is right here in between the 2 trebles that are existing here when we created those faux points. And what we have to do is we have to skip the treble before and after and just use the space in between the 2. There's an arrow that points down to make this V-stitch happen. Okay, and so that's what you need to concentrate for there. So you're going to also notice is that it's really quite easy, and eventually what's going to happen really soon, to be honest, is that I'm using this to get myself so that each one of the points are the same information, so it gets really easy to be able to go up and down without too much stress. Let's begin round number 38 with the color D as in dog. So you're now going to slip stitch into any chain 1 space of a star. So this is not the point, it's this one. Okay, this is the faux one that's not ready for that. So we're going to begin in the chain 1 space of attaching and chain 3. That'll count as your first double crochet there. Okay, so your points will be 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet, but we'll finish this one when we come back around. So I'm going to start into the next ones, and we're going to be double crocheting into the next 5. So let's count those out together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now I want to create another sinking point. So to do that, over the next 3, we're going to do a 3 together double crochet. So yarn over, going in, yarn over, pull through 2 and hold. Yarn over and into the next one, pull through 2 and hold. Yarn over into the next one, pull through 2 and hold. So you'll have 4 loops on your hook, and you'll pull through that together, and this is going to cause it to create a sinking point, which is what you're looking for. You're now going to double crochet the next 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the 2 trebles are next. So you're not going to use the tops of the trebles at all, but what you're going to do is in the space in between, you are going to apply a double crochet in the space in between. Chain 1 and a double crochet. So this is forcing it to actually be a final point. Okay, so now we're going to come down the other side. So we don't use this treble. We start with the next one over, which is a double, and we do 5 in a row. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We then do 3 together double crochet over the next 3. This is going to create the next sinking point that we're looking for. And then the remaining 5 will take you to the point. So double crochet in the next 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and now we have a point. Okay, so in the chain 1 space right here is going to be 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. So you're going to repeat that with what you already know. So you would do 5 in a row, 3 together, 5 going up, skip the 2 trebles, and just 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet in between the spacing of those 2 trebles. So when you start again, you miss this next treble, go down the next 5, 3 together, come up the next 5, and then do your point of 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. And this is going to get things to be balanced now, so it's going to be a lot easier to follow the pattern. When you come back around, you have to finish that first space that you started with. So you'll double crochet into there, chain 1, and slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3. This color is over, and so get the ready with the color B as in Bob next. In round number 39, we're going to do a faux popcorn. And when you do faux popcorn, you actually have to be on the back of the blanket in order for the popcorn to pop forward. So what we need to do is we need to turn the blanket down backwards now so that it's the wrong side facing you as you continue round number 39. And you just have to do it for the 1 round and then switch it back to the good side after the end of that. So you'll see that there's a red arrow because we're going to follow the direction this way instead. And then when we pick back up in number 40, we'll be back in the proper direction. So let's turn the blanket over and let's begin round number 39. So I'm going to turn the blanket over so that it's the wrong side. So because I've not been weaving in my ends, you're going to see all the ends. So we're still going to start off with the point. Okay, so right where you would have done before. So in my case, this is where I've been playing, so I want to play on the same point. It's just because of my sample, I'll be over here. So you're going to go into the chain 1 space, and you're going to do a standing single crochet. Now in the last round, we got everything to be equal to each other, so it's going to be nice and easy to go around this thing to keep an eye on the counts. So in the very first one out, you're going to do a treble. Okay, and then the next one has to be a single. The next one has to be a treble. And I'll give you a couple tips in a moment. The next one has to be a single, and then the next one has to be a treble. So an easy thing to remember is that there's always going to be 3 trebles that come out of a point. Once you have that done, you're going to do a single crochet 2 together, and you were going to use the first one here. You're going to skip the one that has the middle and go into the next one. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this forward. So single crochet 2 together. So they grab the first one, skip the middle one, and go to the second one over, and single crochet. So if you finished with a treble coming into this, you need to do a treble going out of this as your starting point. And then single is next, and then treble again. Okay, coming in, single, and then the one before the point is a treble. And then your point will be 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. So because I had you in the last round get everything to be balanced between these 2 points, this is where you're concentrating now. So each one of these is the same. So it's going to be a treble, single, treble, single, treble. 2 together, single crochet that skips over the middle one. Start off with a treble, single, treble, single, treble, and then you're back at the point again. 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. Please do this all the way around for round number 39. When you come back around, don't forget the last one before the points are always a treble. And then in the point that you started with, you're just going to single crochet, and then you are going to start, chain 1, and slip stitch to the first single crochet that you started with. We're going to end this color and move on, turn this blanket back around to the good side and move on to the color E as an elephant next. Round number 40. So we're switching it back around. So do you see the texture? It's here on the front side. So we can achieve a texture like that if we're on the front side doing that. That's why we turn it around. Let's begin with the color E as an elephant next for round number 40. Okay, round number 40, we're going to start in a chain 1 space of a point. It can be any one of them, it doesn't matter. And we are going to go in and attach and chain 3. Now this one is unique because I need it to grow without buckling. So it's going to have a double crochet back into that same spot. So in the points of this one, it's always going to be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. There's going to be 5 double crochets that make its way down, and then I'll explain a little way to be able to tell that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this takes you to a stitch before the treble that you see here. And this here is the 2 together at the base, and then this is the treble on the other side. So the next 2 together double crochet uses this treble and this treble and skips right over the center. So just wrap, pull through, and pick up the treble on the other side of that and pull through. Now you're going to have 5 stitches going up to the point. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So then you back on a point. So the points are unique. It has to be 2 double crochet to start, chain 2, and 2 double crochet back in. I tried chain 1 when I was designing this and I found it buckled, so it just needs that extra chain just to open up more. And so then you'll do your 5 going down, you'll do your 2 together using the 2 trebles, so you'll skip over the middle, and then 5 going up, and then your points will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Please do this around for round number 40. Finishing up round number 40, don't forget that you still need to put in your 2 double crochet into the beginning space that you started with. And you'll also have to chain 2 before slip stitching it to the top of the first chain 3. Okay, we're going to get rid of this color and move on to the color C as in cat for round number 41 next. Round number 41, going into a chain 1 space on the top of any of these points, you're just going to do a standing single crochet. And in the same space, apply another double crochet. So the corners the points are a little bit unique still on this one. So the points will be 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. We'll finish this on the way back through. So you're going to then just come along and you're just going to single crochet the next 6, but I will show you a way to avoid excessive counting, but we'll count 6 anyway. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you're going to notice is that you're going to have your 2 together. There's 1 before it and there's 1 after it. You're going to use the 1 before and after only. Skip right over the 2 together double crochet. So if you can identify that and you think your stitches are fine, you will not need to count the stitches going down to that point. There's 6 stitches going up to the next point. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And in the point, as I mentioned, it's two single crochets, chain 1 and 2 single crochet. And then you come down again. So it's 6, but if you can identify the one that's together, you go to the one before it and the one after for a 2 together single crochet, and there's 6 stitches in between. Tops are 2 single crochet, chain 1, 2 single crochet. Please do this around for number 41. Coming around 41, going into the first spot, 2 single crochet, and then you're going to just join it, chain 1 and then join to the first single crochet. Get rid of this color, get ready with the color G in just a moment for round number 42. Let's begin number 42. So going in to the point, attaching it and chaining 3, and double crochet into that same point. The points are unique again. It'll be 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. We'll finish this one when we come back around. You're going to chain 1 and you're going to skip the first one out right here, and you're going to go to the second and double crochet. And I'll have some tips for you to avoid excessive counting. So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet the next, and do that one more time. So chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet the next. So you're going to have 3 crochet stitches that stand alone between the tops and the base. So when you start again, you're going to chain up 1, skip the next one, and you were going to use the one before the 2 together and the one after as a 2 together double crochet. So just remember, you got 3 that stand alone between the tops and the bottoms. To start again, chain 1, skip 1, and single crochet, and now you're going back to the top. So chain 1, skip 1, and you keep doing that till you get to the top. The last stitch before the top is the second one before the point. So just chain 1, you skip the last stitch and go right into the point and put in 2 double crochet, chain 1, and 2 double crochet. So as you get this in, the first stitch is technically buried kind of in behind here, so the first stitch you want to use is right here, which is the second one of the group that is in the corner space. So chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet the next, and you keep doing that until you get down. So if you feel like your stitches are not lining up down here, chances are the problem is right here with the stitches being buried. So chain 1 and get the 2 together at the base. So you're skipping over that 2 together in the middle, and then chaining 1, and then you're going back up the other side. So it's creating these really nice spaces that you need, and this is round number 42. I'll see you at the end of the round. Coming back around, I gotta make sure I chain 1 before I finish off the point, and it's gonna be 2 double crochet into that point, followed by a chain 1, and then you are going to just join to the top of the chain 3, get rid of this color, and move on to the color A for the final round of today's video, number 43. Let's go on to number 43, and we're going to attach to any one of the chain 1 spaces in a point. You can do a standing single crochet there, it's nicer. And all you're just going to do now is apply 1 single crochet into each stitch and chain 1 space. And what we need to do is that we need to skip over the middle spot, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. So we're just going to start and just use every stitch as a single crochet. And if it's a chain 1, just go right into the space. This helps separate the spaces. It gives it a visual attraction to the blanket. So what I'm looking for is that I'm looking for the space that is directly before the 2 together that you can see below. So here's the 2 together. So you're going to use this space here and the space after for a 2 together single crochet. And then you're going to start heading up the other side. So start in the very next stitch and just single crochet into either a stitch or a space. Okay, all the stitch counts have been provided on the pattern throughout, so you can use that if you need to. And then in your corner spaces and your points, it's going to be 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. So we've kind of gone back to normal. So that's an easy way to be able to do something like that. So you're going to go down, do your 1 into each of the stitches and to the spaces. The space before and after the 2 together is just a 2 together single crochet, and then ramp yourself up, and the points 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet. Please do this around for number 43. So I'm coming up to the end of this round, so everything is getting something, and in the points, don't forget, you still got to finish this one, so just 1 single crochet, and then we are going to chain up 1 and then slip stitch to the standing single crochet that you started with. This will be the end of this color as we continue along, and I'll see you next time on the next video as we conclude this blanket together. So this is the end of round number 43. I'll see you next time, and we hope to see your progress online. Any pictures that you have, please share on Facebook, and don't be afraid to use our hashtags of the summer stitch along and crochet stitch along, or even study of Christmas cookies blanket. That's it for today. We hope you have a great one. Bye-bye.